broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Assists to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Ray Alfala into the outside wall.
He's gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is gonna touch in. Pit grass sideways. What a save!
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's Howley down to the inside.
I'm trying this contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Renner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schumacher, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MaxSpeedTV on a Friday night. We've got the Relentless Racing Series Xfinity Cars coming at you tonight, live from Michigan, and I've got my best friend and co-host with me tonight. It's Rick Heyman Jr. Rick, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
Hey, buddy, I'm doing fabulous. Happy Friday. It's the end of the week. Here we are over the Relentless, man. We're at Michigan. It's going to be great. We're getting ready for qualifying, Chris. Practice is over.
I'm
excited, man.
Yeah, man. I've been watching practice for about 40 minutes here, and the things I've seen, I will tell you, the cars seem to be handling pretty decent. And we've got a few cars out there. A couple new names here tonight from the Relentless Racing Series. Just waiting for a couple of guys to grid up tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful night here in Michigan, Chris. That air temperature is sitting at 84 degrees. The track temperature is just a little bit warmer. It's sitting at 87. We got 90 laps tonight. That's going to equal out to 180 miles. We have stage racing tonight. One thing I love, the thing that the Relentless Racing guys do, they do the stage racing. So the first stage is going to be at lap 25, the second one lap 50, then we're going to the end to lap 90. We're looking at a fuel window, which is going to be fun and interesting, of 21 laps, Chris. Pit road speed here in Brooklyn, Michigan is 55 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty entertaining tonight, Rick, and ready to kind of go, but nobody so far is heading out there. Maybe Jeffrey Fisher. Jeffrey Fisher starts to roll it on that number 60 car. Last week, guys, if you missed Watkins Glen, I will tell you, Jeffrey Fisher was on his game last week, and this week looking to do the same. He's definitely moving up in points and would love to crack. What is he? He's 6 points away from Eric Lido. We'll go over the points here in just a little bit, but Jeffrey Fisher out on track, getting ready to qualify his number 60. Two-mile track, Rick. It's going to definitely be a little bit of a drafting track, and it's going to be who can draft the best, and you're going to see this all night long. You got cars diving underneath that white line on the front stretch. It's a D-oval, Rick, so the shape of the track a little bit different. It's not a pure oval. It's something to watch for, and going down below that white line can sometimes really help in the speed department.
It definitely can. And one thing to also remember, too, these drivers are going to have to watch out for the transition coming off of that little apron spot there can get a little hairy, especially if you're racing in a pack. So that's going to be something to watch out for. But I love this track, man. I mean, any car, it doesn't matter if I'm in the A car, like these guys are with the Xfinity cars, the trucks. Super late models are fun here. I mean, everything's fun here. This is just a really fun track. It's kind of a big super speedway, so we're going to see lots of action out there, side-by-side racing.
Yeah, like I said, track is 2 miles long. It's 3.2 kilometers if you do it that way. Turns at 18 degrees, banking, start and finish line. That's at 12 degrees. The backstretch, that's at 5. Jeffrey Fisher on the pole. First guy really to take any time at all, and it's a 38.718. TJ Crampton out there in his 07. And he is looking to try and beat Jeffrey Fisher. Fisher right now on the pole.
Yeah, his first race out here tonight. We have, like you said, we have a couple of new drivers. We got Jared Daniels out there, Chris. Thomas Harmon. I'm probably going to mess that up. I'm going to say Hammond. I don't know how many times, but Thomas, welcome. We got Wade Husted. He's out there. So it's going to be fun. Ooh, TJ Crampton with a fast time, Chris, at 38.603. Knocks the fish guts out of Jeffrey Fisher there, down to second place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grandstand, Haley. Take a second here to thank everybody out there in MaxSpeedTV land. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody had a great week. This is a great way to end the week. We love seeing you guys out here week in and week out. We appreciate it. Keep that chat flowing. Chris and I love seeing that chat going. And thank you. Just thank you from the bottom of our hearts for coming out here, supporting these Relentless guys in the Xfinity Series here. And Chris and I here at MaxSpeedTV. We love you guys.
Yeah, speaking of support, you're supporting the guys here at Relentless Racing, and you're supporting Rick and I here in the commentator's booth. And we call it the Hammond Hotel. I don't know why. Oh, yes, I do. Because on the mics, it is going to be myself, Chris, and Rick Hammond Jr., and that gives us all the rights we need, Rick, to call it the Hammond Hotel.
And, you know, Uncle Jeff gave me written permission to use that, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thomas Wagner out on track, throwing down a wicked time, Rick. 38. 5.33. And Wagner, coming back from that broken wrist, will remember just about a few weeks ago, showing us how realistic this sim is by actually breaking his wrist during a sim event. Thomas Wagner trying to get the pole here tonight, and boy, he is running fast out there.
He's got that 43 Ford Mustang dialed in tonight, Chris. It looks like he's going to hang on to the pole. Definitely a fast time, that 38.533.
38.533, Tom Wagner's time. TJ Crampton just about a tenth and a half, oh no, a hundredth behind, excuse me, with a 38.549, the 60 of Jeffrey Fisher, the last car so far who's taking qualifying time. We do have more cars out there, and we're kind of waiting, Rick, to get them going here. I mean, let's get out there, let's qualify, boys, and it's starting to happen right now. We got Wade Houston, Eric Lyda, and Troy Leonard. Lee Grandi is also out on track, so we've got a bunch of cars getting ready to qualify right now.
Yeah, Lee was just taking his time, Chris. He's checking in on chat there. Lee, it's good to see you out there, buddy. Hope you have a good race. Good luck. Qualify that number 7 up nice top towards the top there. We're looking forward to it, man.
I want to see everybody tonight have a great race night. It's Friday, guys. What a way to start the weekend. What better way to start the weekend than with a race here with the Relentless Racing Series, the Xfinity Series, coming at you here on MaxSpeedTV. Can't wait to bring you the action, guys. Like Rick said, it is 90 laps, 180 miles tonight, and I think we're going to have just the field to do it. Eric Lyda coming across with the pole, 38.352 out of Eric. Wow.
Then he gets bumped by the 32, Wade Houston, Chris, with a 38.352.
Wade Houston with an incredible lap. And these guys are picking up speed as this qualifying session goes on.
You know, Chris, I've said this in a couple other broadcasts that we do. I mean, you and I, we're one of the lucky ones here at MaxSpeedTV, man. You know, we got racing for a cause to get us through that hump day on Wednesdays. We got the Relentless Racing Series here on Friday nights, man. Like you said, no better way to end a week, start a weekend than here with the Xfinity guys, with the Relentless drivers. They always put on a heck of a show. We got Sunday, you know, we end the weekend with a broadcast with the Blazing Pedals TRJ Truck Series. So we're lucky, man. I mean, and our fans, the fans out there are the best. We really do appreciate, and man, these guys are really putting on. Look at that, Lee Grantee, man, in the 7. Holy cow, these times are just getting better, Chris. A 38.276. The 7 takes the pole from the 32.
Yeah, 276, Rick. That's blistering speed here around this Michigan International Speedway. That is... I'm going to tell you something. That's wicked. Lee with a really good qualifying effort there. And we've got just... Oh, actually, James Miller, points leader. James Miller in the 25. He is out there in his Toyota getting ready to get it done. And we're going to watch him. He is the points leader, guys. So definitely something to watch.
The Game Star, welcome. Thank you for checking in there on chat. We appreciate it, buddy. Happy Friday.
Game Star out there checking it out here on a Friday night. Appreciate that. James Miller looking to qualify that 25. And this is the start of his qualifying run.
Ooh, taps the wall a little bit. Grandstand, you're going to have to get him a new sticker for that number 25 there, but I think he just rubbed it off there on the right quarter panel. Good to see you out there, buddy. Fishgut's out there. Go 60. It didn't take long for you to come in, buddy. I knew you were going to come in. We love seeing all those same names week in and week out, man. We really do appreciate it.
Definitely make sure to keep that chat active tonight. Rick and I definitely feel good here on a Friday night. And you know who else is feeling good, Rick? Right now, it's Lee Grantee, who still has the pole That first lap, null and void out of James Miller. He tapped the wall, and that kills the qualifying run here on iRacing. Time doesn't count. Wade Houston in third. Thomas Harmon, he is sitting in second so far on the speed charts in his 38. Lee Granti, he's the man on the pole so far in his 7 truck. We're going to see what James Miller can pull off here in his number 25.
That's another $1 because we're in the cars tonight, buddy.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
You said truck. And there's qualifying, bud.
Checkered flag waves on the qualifying session. James Miller not able to get it done here. Lee Granti going to be on the pole here tonight. And guys, we are looking forward to talking with every single person out there. Can't thank you enough for joining us here on MaxSpeedTV. We're going to have a beautiful start. Can't wait. We're going to wait for the pole sitter, Lee Granti, to get out there on track, Rick. But man, oh man, a 38.276. Lee is fast tonight. Getting ready to go. Man, this is... I'm itching, Rick. I want to see some good racing tonight, and I think the Relentless Racing Series is going to get it done. We have the pole sitter on track. We're going to bring you the gridding soundtrack. We'll be right back. And we are back to bring you the qualifying grid. Rick, why don't you go ahead and let everybody know where we're sitting.
All right, pole sitter tonight, as we know, the number 7, Lee Granti, starting in that number 1 position in row 1. On his outside, the 38, Thomas Harmon. We got Wade Houston starting in 3rd. Eric Lida in the 33 going to be starting 4th. Kevin Giadarich, we're going to kill your name, buddy. It's Friday. It's been a long week, but that's 6. He qualified in 5th position. In 6th place, it's going to be the 45, Troy Leonard Chris. We have Thomas Yo-Yo Wagner in 7th in that 43. 8th place, the 07 of TJ Crampton. The 60 of Jeffrey Fisher going to be starting in 9th tonight. I know his fans are out there watching. We got the 25 and points leader coming in tonight's race, James Miller, starting in 10th. And then rounding out the field in the shotgun position, Jared Daniels in the number 23, going to be 11th.
Awesome to see 11 guys out on track, 2-mile track. Pace car getting ready to come down pit road as Lee Granti is on the pole, getting ready to go. Man, Rick, I am waiting. Green flag is out. Lee Granti hits that go button. Thomas Harmon on the outside. And this is going to be a battle down the front stretch, Rick.
It definitely is, Chris. It's going to take a few laps for these cars to really get up to speed, so they're going to be bunched up here for a while. Right now we got a little bit of free wide racing. The number 7, that would be Lee Granti, doing a good job getting out there in front, but here comes the 32 of Wade Houston on the inside, bringing with him the 38 of Thomas Harmon.
Yeah, Thomas Harmon able to get to the inside of Wade Houston. Harmon in 2nd spot, Wade Houston running in 3rd. Eric Lida running in 4th place. Kevin Giadarich running in 5th. And we've got a hell of a battle up front. We've got 3 guys breaking away from the rest of the pack here already. Lee Granti looking to try and get it done here tonight at Michigan.
I'm on board with the number 45, Chris. He's sitting in 6th place right now. That's Troy Leonard out here with a new paint scheme tonight, man. And let me tell you, if you guys haven't had a Coca-Cola Orange Vanilla yet, you're missing out, man. That orange number 45 looking good. Troy never seems to amaze. I mean, last week he had the Coke Zero car. Usually he has the Coke Life Green car, so he's just mixing it up here tonight. That number 45 is looking good and fast, sitting there in 6th place right now.
James Miller into the back bumper. And he loses a ton of spots as he gets on the brakes hard. Goes back to the tail end of the pack. Up front, it's too wide for second spot. Make it almost for the lead. As Lee Granti has lost the lead to Thomas Harmon in the 38 car.
Evergrandy's not giving up, Chris. He's right up on that bumper, but look at that. The 32, Wade Houston coming in, getting that side draft on a little bit there, Chris. Trying to get around the number 7 right now. Trying to catch up to the number 38. 7 still sitting in second place. They're battling it out
contact, right, Rick, between the 32 and the 7 as you were talking about him. A little bit of contact there. The 7 waves it off, and they keep going into turns 1 and 2.
We're going to see a lot of that tonight, Chris. I mean, the draft is huge here at Michigan. I mean, it's not just the back draft. You want to get those side drafts going on, too. But right now, the 38. Thomas Harmon, man, coming in here for his first race with the Relentless, showing it how it's done here in Michigan.
Eric White sitting in 4th spot. Would love to try and get around the 32 of Wade Houston. Take over 4th. Can't do it. Falls back behind and loses a little bit of time. You're out on track. The 7 of Lee Granti sitting in 2nd spot after starting on the pole. Thomas Harmon starting to put a little deficit between himself and Lee Granti. Top 5 cars kind of separating from the rest of the pack. In 6th spot, you've got Troy Leonard. That 45, as you said, Rick, looking good tonight. Got the orange paint going on. And I'm getting thirsty just looking at it, to be honest with you. Thomas Wagner, for a little while, had the pole in that 43. He's got some speed there, and he's just got to hold on as he's got the 23 of Jared Daniels right behind him. Jeffrey Fisher sitting in 9th spot with a 25 of James Miller behind him. TJ Crampton is at the tail end of the back and kind of running his own little line there. Back up front, it's Thomas Harmon. He started in 2nd spot. He's taken over the lead, led 3 laps, and looking good out there doing it, Rick.
Yeah, he definitely does, Chris. I've been looking at the race progress so far. Not much has moved. The 38 moved up 1 spot to take over the lead. Lee Granti in the 7 fell down 1. The biggest mover so far, that's the 23 of Jared Daniels. Doing a good job. He's moved up 3 positions. The 07 has fallen down 3 positions. So TJ Crampton not having the start of the race. But hey, listen, it's a long race. He's got plenty of time to catch up and do what he has to do. Guys doing a fabulous job out here tonight in Michigan.
First stage will end at lap 25, and a little bit interesting tonight, as I don't believe that they're going to have enough fuel, or tire for that matter, to make it to lap 25. This thing's going to become a fuel run challenge.
The one person I definitely have my eyes on, Chris, that's the number 6 driver, Kevin Giadarich. He's been good week in and week out, and he surprised us. When we get told, you know, when we're told what the fuel run is, he's the guy that usually stretches it out just a little bit more. So it's going to be interesting to see what the 6 can do. He's sitting there in 4th position right now. He's started 5th, so he's moved up 1 position, doing what he has to do. He's got a little bit of help there with Eric Lyda. Eric Lyda actually peeking on the inside. Not going to try to make a move. He's just going to move into the back bumper there. And that's what's going to help. If these guys can find somebody to actually work with throughout this race, do a little bit of drafting, that's going to help them save a little bit of tires, save a little bit of fuel, and it's going to help them get caught up to the leader.
I want to take a second, Rick, and thank everybody here at MaxSpeedTV watching right now. We really do appreciate you spending some quality time here on a Friday night with Rick and myself, watching the Relentless Racing Xfinity Series. These cars going around Michigan tonight. 2-mile track for 90 laps. And, man, 180 miles, Rick. This thing is getting good. It's going to be awesome. Right now, though, we do have a little bit of a separation between the top 3 cars. And 4th place, Kevin Giadarich.
And, you know, that's something that's kind of expected to happen, Chris. I mean, it is kind of a super speedway thing, so if you get a pack of cars that are working together, they're definitely going to pull some time away from those other guys. Kevin right now is sitting there. He's kind of by himself. He still has the draft, I believe. He's not so far back. He's got Eric Lyda. If Eric Lyda can sneak back up into his back bumper, that'll definitely help him out. They'll catch that lead pack fairly quickly. Jared Daniels, he's leading the 2nd pack right now. Right behind him is Troy Leonard in the 45, sitting in 7th position. And that's what these guys are doing. I think they're just, I mean, these guys are good, clean, respectable racers. They know that this race is long. So try not to tear up your equipment. Try to keep it off the wall. Thomas Wagner, he's sitting there in 9th. He qualified 7th, fell back a little bit. And for all those Jeffrey Fisher fans out there, the number 60 Jeffrey right now sitting in 10th position. He started 9th, so he's only fallen back 1 position. Not that big of a deal. And I think that's what these guys are doing. They're just kind of go through, you know, they're taking their time, not burning anything up. They're just having fun out there.
Well, some of these guys towards the end of the field, Rick, maybe starting to save fuel already. That first stage ending on lap 25, you got to save 4 laps of fuel in order to get there. These guys out back may be thinking about that already. And I would put my quarters on the number 25 to be thinking about that as we are going. As James Miller, he is the points leader coming in tonight. We have not talked about points, Rick. Let's go ahead and do that right now. James Miller on top. Kevin Giaricic in 2nd spot. Troy Leonard, his number 45, sitting in 3rd. Eric Lyda and Jeffrey Fisher, your top 5. Then it's Thomas Wagner, Matt Gruenberg, Jake McDonald, Gabriel Essick, and Vic Bloom. They round out the top 10. You see the rest of the top 20 there, including Austin Derbyshire, who is running in 15th coming into tonight's points event. So James Miller definitely trying to fight. Oh, James Miller coming down pit road, Rick.
Yeah, we actually have a couple of drivers that have come down pit road. Thomas Harmon, he's already down. 13 laps in. The 32's also coming down pit road.
Some early unexpected pit stops, so that tells me these guys can definitely not make it to lap 25. They're playing the pit strategy here to try and win stage number 1. Lee Granti out front in his number 7. Kevin Giaricic is in 2nd spot in his number 6. The 43 is, where is the 43? Thomas Wagner's actually sitting in 11th spot. He's already come down pit road. Jared Daniels in his 23 going to be running in 3rd. Troy Leonard in his 45 Coke machine running in 4th spot. And Kevin Giaricic coming down pit road right now, Rick. Was 5th, was passed by TJ Crompton. And Crompton takes over 5th spot.
Well, we've already had a bunch of guys come down so far pit road, Chris, as we talked about. Thomas Harmon, he was out there racing. He came down doing his thing. Thomas Wagner's come down. And what happened to my scoring screen just went blank. That's not good.
Unbelievable the difference new tires makes as you see 3 cars go around Lee Granti like he was standing still. And they all got their laps back. Kevin Giaricic, James Miller, and Jeffrey Fisher down 1 lap right now. Lee Granti putting the pace on. But you know, the top 5 cars right now have not come down pit road. They're going to have to. They're running very quick times. They're going to need to come down pit road, Rick, in order. Oh, we've got a caution. That changes everything. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back on the MaxSpeed instant replay. Jared Daniels nowhere to be seen. Not sure where this caution is coming from. Bear with me 1 second, guys, as we are trying to figure it out. Caution on the field. Jared Daniels off track, but we didn't see any issue with his car.
I'm not sure, Chris. I can't find it either. I've gone back quite a ways here.
I see nothing. I don't know. I do know one thing. That is going to change the race, as the top 4 drivers are going to be able to come down pit road not having taken a pit stop yet. Lee Granti going to be leading the way down pit road, I am sure. We'll go back to live. Lee Granti sure does look like he's going to come down pit road, and he does. Eric Lyda, Troy Leonard is coming down pit road. Eric Lyda stays out. The 07 TJ Crompton also coming down pit road. Thomas Harmon and Wade Houston And Thomas Wagner also coming down pit road. Wagner with some pretty heavy damage, Rick, to the right side.
Yeah, when I was trying to find what happened on that caution, I did see the 43 get into the wall a little bit, Chris, but definitely not something that brought out the caution.
Mysterious caution number 1 here in Michigan.
And I'm kind of wondering, because Jared Daniel definitely not on track, Chris. It looks like he has packed that car up behind pit wall into the garage, into the haulers. So that's kind of unfortunate there to see.
Even going back to the replay, Jared Daniel's not there, so wondering if he had a connection issue that may have brought out this caution flag. Nonetheless, here we are sitting on caution, and Eric Lyda staying out. Lap number 17 of 90. Eric Lyda may be going for the first stage win. He's going to have a bunch of guys behind him with new tires, Rick. That's going to be a heck of a challenge without question.
Yeah, but Eric Ladd is one of those guys, Chris, that doesn't mind to try to take that chance. I mean, this is a long season here at Relentless Racing Series. I mean, you know, here we are, we're in Michigan. Next week we are off for the next 2 weeks here. And then we come back in May. And Eric Ladd just getting his bonus point for leading that lap, Chris. All he was trying to do, because every single little point here matters. Lee Granty going to be able to take over the number 1 position in that 7 machine. Thomas Harmon going to be in 2nd. Troy Leonard sitting in 3rd, and I'm just going to wait here because the scoring is going up and down here. Looks like Wade Hughes is going to be starting 4th. So pretty exciting race so far. We're on lap number 18 of 90. First caution of the night here. We're not sure exactly where it came out. Solo cut. Good to see you out there. Nate, thank you for coming in tonight. Lots of Jeffrey Fisher fans out there. Jeffrey Fisher going to be starting 10th. Or restarting 10th, I should say. The caution bug kind of bit a few drivers. We had about 4 of them that came down, 4 or 5 that came down. But right now, everyone's come down at least once. The only person that has not is the number 23, Jared Daniels. He is not out there on track right now. A couple guys have come down twice. One of them is the number 38, Thomas Harmon. Another one that came down twice, Wade Houston. Thomas Wagner in the 43, he's come down twice. Everybody else has only had 1 pit stop so far.
Lee Granty up front, getting ready to try and restart this one. Caution light should go off on the pace car this time by Rick. And Granty, Harmon, Leonard, Houston, you're going to be your top 4. Thomas Wagner has creeped into the top 5. And this is going to be an interesting restart as the pace car lights do go off. Lee Granty had a feeling last week where he had a better car, it just didn't have the finish on the road course last week that he was looking for. And definitely want to put a big shout out to everybody out there on MaxSpeedTV, the chat. Guys, go ahead, throw us some questions, say hi, say something. We are paying attention. Would love to talk to you here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Thank you for spending some of your Friday night with us here. We really do appreciate it. Pace car lights are off, and the pace car will drop down pit road this time by Rick. We're going to get live racing once again. 1 caution so far. Happened, well, just a couple laps ago, really. And we're getting ready to go back live racing. Lap 25, the first scheduled yellow caution flag, as that will be the end of stage number 1.
This is where it's going to get really fun just because that stage is ending, Chris. So those guys do get stage bonus points for winning. And so everyone's going to be racing for that position. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a shootout here. A little 5-lap shootout. I mean, I know it doesn't sound, you know, that exciting when you're on a 2-mile track, but these guys are really going to pour it on here. Everyone's going to be battling for position. And I'm putting some money on right now. Number 45, man. I love that car. Troy never seems to not amaze with his paint schemes, man. I don't know where he finds them all, but that orange Coke Machine looks beautiful tonight. And here we go. We're under green. The number 7, Lee Granti, getting one heck of a restart, Chris.
Yeah, Lee wasting no time. That pace car dropped down and he was gone. Thomas Harmon trying to hold on to second place. Wade Houston in third. Troy Leonard is battling on the inside. He's got Thomas Wagner to his outside. TJ Crompton trying to make it 3 wide. Thinks better. Comes back behind Wagner in the 43. And Troy Leonard looks to have taken over 4th spot. He's on the inside. Wagner to his outside. That's the battle right now for 4th spot. Lots of people out there rooting for Fish Nation, Rick. And that's pretty cool to see.
Oh, definitely. Yep. Fish Nation is very strong out here, Chris. I mean, every week, every Friday night, they're out here. And that's all we ever see, so we love to see that. We appreciate you guys coming out here, giving Jeffrey a little bit of encouragement out there. Right now, he is sitting in 9th position.
Haley coming in. Hope she doesn't get anxiety like she did last week. I remember last week, Haley, you were definitely trying to grab for that paper bag. Breathe in, breathe out, girl. It's okay. Lee Grandi up front here. Lap 21 of 90. And he is trying to secure himself a stage 1 victory. Lee Grandi with only 3 laps to go before that scheduled caution flag comes out tonight. He's got Thomas Harmon and Wade Houston behind him. They're battling it out for 2nd spot. So right now, Lee Granti looking pretty good for that stage 1 win, Rick, unless something odd happens.
I mean, it's a long race, Chris, so anything can happen, but right now the man who is very comfortable and happy is the driver of the number 7 Chevy Camaro. Out there enjoying that nice clean air. Doesn't have too much pressure. Thomas Harmon is there, though.
Yeah, the real battle right now for 2nd spot. We've got Thomas Harmon and his number 38, Wade Houston, in the 32. They're looking to do some battling. Thomas Wagner sitting in 4th spot. Troy Leonard 5th. Eric Linus 6th. TJ Crampton 7th. Jeffrey Fisher, Miller, and Giodricic. Rounding out the top 10, Giodricic 1 lap down, and his number 6 will get it back when that caution waves for the end of stage 1, so no big deal there. Just means he won't win the first stage. One more lap, Rick, for Lee Granti. If he can hit this one, he's going to win stage number 1, and that 7 car would love to do it. Behind him, a battle continues to just prove out here between the 38 and the 32. Harmon and Houston looking to get it on, and they're going to have to wait until after this next scheduled caution flag. Lee Granti crosses the start-finish line, and he takes stage number 1, stage 1 winner, Lee Granti. Congratulations to him. We are under caution one more time here at the Relentless Racing Series. Oh, man, Rick. What a great run for Lee. Started right up front, ends the first stage up front, and, man, he is just knocking it out so far.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Chris. I mean, he started on the pole, had a really good qualifying time, and he was able to hang on to it. You know, we had 1 actual race caution. This one will be scored as number 2, even though it is a stage caution. So it'll be interesting to see. And I see him down there in the 1Sim team room. So once he figures out if he's going to come down and get his service, we will pull him up here and congratulate him and see how his race is going so far tonight.
Perfect. Second caution of the night, a scheduled caution. Stage 1 finishing up, as Rick said. Next stage caution will be at lap number 50. All the lead lap cars coming down, except for
the number 43.
Wagner. Yeah, I gotta believe Rick, Thomas Wagner probably staying out there just to collect up some bonus points.
Granti losing a little bit of position there on pit road.
Yeah, a little bit of a long time for the pit road of Lee Granti. 41.6 seconds overall. So that's the time it took him to get on and off. The actual stop of 14.6. Wade Houston able to get on and off in 38.6 seconds. Rick, his time getting service 14.1. That should, I believe Wagner's going to come down pit road, and that should give the lead to Wade Houston. So a little bit of a oopsie there from Lee Granti. Going to knock him down in the running order.
Well, let's bring him up and just see and congratulate him on the stage win there. Driver in the number 7, Lee Granti. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yep, hello, 10-4.
Hey man, how you doing out there? Congratulations on winning stage 1. How's the track and the car feel out there tonight?
Yeah, it's definitely weird because we have overcast and the track seems to be chewing off tires pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's one thing that we were kind of wondering up here in the booth. I mean, I know that you have enough time for, you know, enough fuel to do what you have to do, but those tires definitely going to be the interesting thing. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live, and how did you come to Relentless Racing?
Oh, I'm an Asian. I'm from Singapore, and I found them through Facebook, I believe.
Wow, Singapore. So what time is it there right now?
It's in the morning right now. It's
in the
9:30.
morning. All right, 9:30. That's awesome, man. Well, hey, listen, we love seeing you out here on track. We wish you luck there getting back up towards the front. Looks like you had a little issue there on pit road.
Yeah.
So you're going to be restarting 6th place here. So good luck out there, and congratulations again on stage 1 win.
Yep, thank you.
That was the driver of the number 7 machine. That's amazing, man. I mean, you know, Chris, you and I were a part of a league racing for a cause. We actually started it, and, you know, we actually had an Aussie driving with us. So, you know, he was always the day before. We tried to get those winning lotto numbers from him, but he would never give them up to us. But it's just amazing to see these guys, the dedication that they put out there. And Lee's been a fabulous job. He's coming out here week in and week out doing what he has to do, having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, it's been an absolute blast having him out there. Didn't know he was from Singapore. Very cool. We are international here at Relentless Racing Series on MaxSpeedTV, and that's awesome to see. Thomas Wagner, Rick, doesn't look like he's going to come down pit road whatsoever, and you know, he's got 10 laps on those tires, most of them under caution. I'll give you that. Caution lights go off on the pace car. We're going to get ready to go back green flag racing. So it's going to be Wagner and Houston. Houston with the fresher tires. Behind Wagner, it's going to be Harmon and TJ Krempin in 4th spot. These cars are going to line up 2 by 2, and we're going to get this thing going. I think a little bit of an odd formation here, as it looks like we are waiting for a couple of guys to get it where they belong. I was looking at a car early during practice, Rick. It was the number 38. That's a wild paint scheme there. And it's tough to actually see his number. There's so much stuff going on in there. Very cool looking paint job on that 38.
Yeah, he's got that Grim Reaper there on the backside, S2R. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we'll have a chance there to talk with Thomas Harmon to find out a little bit more on that paint. But whoever painted that car did a wild job, man. It is beautiful out there.
Pace car lights are off. We're getting into turns number 3 and 4. Pace car is going to drop off onto pit road, and that's going to allow Thomas Wagner to take control of the field. We're going to watch him from behind. This has got the 32 of Wayne Houston right behind him. Pace car is off. It's going to be up to Thomas Wagner to get these guys going again. Pace car now across the commitment line, and 43 of Thomas Wagner gets the go button. Good. He is gone. The 43 is gone. Wade Houston falls in line behind him in the 32. Behind him, Rick, it's 3 wide. The 38, the 45, and the 7 thinking better of it. Lee Granti says, nope, I'm going to keep it 2 wide. No problem there. Oh, and the 43 gets in the wall. That was Thomas Wagner. He's going to lose some momentum. The 32 of Wade Houston goes up front. Troy Leonard looking to take advantage. The 38 of Thomas Harmon takes advantage. Lee Ronte taking advantage. Thomas Wagner stuck out in no man's land. Off the wall again is the 43. The Mustang having trouble out there. Wade Houston up front watching all of this in his rearview mirror. And Troy Leonard assumes second position in the 45. Oh, the 6 car goes around. Doesn't go around, excuse me, hits the wall hard. Very slow on track. Caution comes out. Kevin Giotosic. We're going to go back on the MaxSpeedTV instant replay to find out what happened to Kevin. I saw him get in the wall. Don't know how it happened. Looks like he's got the 07 TJ Compton just on his inside. Oh, netcode, Rick. No contact there, but netcode for sure. The 33 was involved. Eric Lyda took a little tap. No big deal. And netcode really does a number on Kevin Giotosic.
You know, it seems iRacing's been having a few issues here this week, Chris. I mean, through all the broadcasts that we've done so far this week, we've noticed a lot of either guys having connection issues, but yeah, I just looked at that at a different angle there, and it was definitely netcode. There was no actual contact there, so that is unfortunate there for the number 6.
And that brings us to yet another caution. It's caution number 3. Wade Houston going to be up front catching the pace car, and the rest of the field needing to catch up. 3 cautions for 6 laps, 60 laps to go here tonight. We've had 6 different lead changes already, Rick. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Lee Grante so far, the person who's led the most with 14. You got Mr. Harmon there. He's led 9. Wagner's led 4. Houston led 2. Lyda has led 1. And we're going to see a bunch of drivers come down pit road here.
I would assume that one of those drivers is going to be Wagner, who did not take a pit stop last time by.
Yeah, pretty much everybody's gone down pit road but one person. That's going to be Fishguts. He's out there. Jeffrey Fisher trying to get his stuff back, get that bonus point, which he did. I'm going to keep my eye on Fisher. You know, he's got a lot of fans out there, Chris. I think we should bring him up in the booth just to say hi and let him know that everyone's out there rooting for him.
All right, bud.
Put a little pressure on him. So this is going to be the driver of the number 60 AB Sim Sport machine. Mr. Jeffrey Fisher, driver of the number 60 AB Sim Sport. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, listen, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you, but our chat is blowing up here, and all they're saying is, go Fish Guts, go Fish Nation. So no pressure out there tonight, buddy, but hey, how's your race going?
It could be better. I wish the track was sunny and slick, because I don't like the track when it's all grippy like this, because it's like, I don't know, it's just annoying. My car is not doing what I want it to do. It's too tight. I can't get speed, can't catch anyone, so I'm just trying to play strategy right now.
All right, man. Yeah, I mean, looking at that track temperature right now, it's only gone up a little bit. It's 86 degrees, so definitely not very warm. Not something that we're used to here in Michigan. But hey, listen, like I said, all your fans are out there. You want to say hi to them all? They're all out there.
Yeah, say hi to Haley Fisher and all my guys from work and all my family that's watching.
There you go, brother. Hey, listen, you have a good pit stop there, buddy, and we're going to keep our eye on you there.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, good luck, bro.
Yep.
Jeffrey Fisher going to be bringing the 60 down to get some pit service. Meanwhile, the 32, Wade Houston, looking to take the lead, and he does. And Rick, we're going to go side by side. We'll be right back.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying, there's contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Venner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there
right, so we are getting ready to go back live. The lights are off on the pace car, Chris. Got the number 32, Wade Houston, going to be starting this lead pack out here. You got Lee Granti in the 7, going to be starting second. Thomas Harmon in the 38, going to be third. Troy Leonard in that beautiful orange and vanilla Coke car. And the number 45, going to be starting fourth. Thomas Wagner is moving back here, so it looks like James Miller in 25 going to be fifth. Got a couple guys moving around here. They're just out there having fun. James Miller in 25 going to be fifth. Thomas Wagner 6th. Eric Lyda in the 33 7th. DJ Crampton in the 07 going to be 8th. Kevin Giadersic in the 6th going to be starting 9th. Jeffrey Fisher rounding out the field in the 10th position. We just talked to him. Not happy with the way that the track state is right now, but hey, listen, it's still a long race. We're on lap 34 right now of 90. We're going to be going green at lap 35. Our next stage is going to be coming out on lap number 50. So it's going to be fun. These guys are going to tear it up. They're going to do what they have to do.
Yeah, 16 laps, Rick, before the next caution is scheduled to come out. That'll finish up stage number 2. And obviously points on the line for that. Wade Houston is on the inside on this restart. Would love to try and win one here. Lee Granti is going to be starting on the outside. We already spoke with Lee tonight. Singapore, man, that is cool. Pace car getting ready to go on to pit road once across to the start-finish line. Whoa, we're off. Wade Houston, it's the go button, man. He is gone. Green flag is waving.
Yeah, Wade Houston leaving no time to hit that go pedal, man. He just tromped right on the gas there in that Ford Mustang. I mean, he's worried. He's got a bunch of Chevys there behind him. He's got 3 of them to be exact.
Well, we know he's got the power under the hood. If he's driving a Ford Mustang, no problem there, Rick. And I know you agree with me. Ford power is the way to go. Wade Houston trying to prove it. Lee Granti to the outside now. Thomas Harmon on the inside. Battle for second, Rick.
Yeah, Wade, I definitely need that LS motor back there when you're done this race. We'll throw that Ford one back in there after that. But Wade doing a fabulous job there, Chris. You see, as we talked about earlier, as they go across that start-finish line, a lot of guys like to go down below that white line on the apron. You catch up a lot of speed there. Thomas Harmon doing a good job. He's trying to get caught up to the number 32. But Wade right now, those flames, man, he is flaming fast. He's out there burning up this track, doing a good job. Lee Granti falls back into 3rd position. James Miller, 25. We haven't talked much about him tonight. He's sitting in 4th, Chris.
Well, he's sitting in 4th, but he's starting to try and maybe get a challenge here. Troy Leonard in 5th spot, going down to the inside. James Miller under attack from Leonard. And Leonard is, cut off. James Miller cuts him off and holds on to position number 4. Look out, though, because the 43 is behind them. Look at the gaggle of cars we've got going on, Rick, as Troy Leonard takes over 4th.
James Miller doing a good job. He's getting right on the back bumper there, the 45. He's like, hey, listen, that was my spot, man. I want to take it back, even though I'm in the top 5 right now. But he's got Lyda coming up. He's got Thomas Wagner right there. These guys get bunched up and start working nose to tail, Chris. They're going to be able to catch up the lead pack pretty quickly. It's not that far away.
The battle right now, Rick, is for 6th spot. Thomas Wagner has it. Eric Lyda trying to figure a way around him. And look just behind them, the 6th car. That's Kevin Giadersic. He's trying to figure out a way to get back up into the top 5. He's down to the inside now of Jeffrey Fisher. Fisher running in 8th. Pretty cool, you know. He's got guys watching him that he works with. He's got family watching him. Of course, Haley's out there. Hopefully not having to grab the paper bag yet. But Haley, if you do, you let us know. Because right now, Fisher running in 8th spot, and he is on the move. He's got Eric Lyda just in front of him. Kevin Giadersic right behind. And Eric Lyda shifts down to the inside, maybe trying to make a move on Thomas Wagner. If that doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you. The 60 now falls into place with the 33 Lyda there, nose to tail. Rick, that is 4th place through 9th place, all on screen. Throw a blanket over them because, wow.
You know, one thing I love, Chris, and we see it out there on track right now, we got 3 cars that are painted kind of similar. They all running the same sponsors, just a little different color scheme. Doing a fabulous job. Look at Jeffrey Fisher going on the outside of Thomas Wagner. We're 3 wide back here, Chris. Thomas Wagner in the middle. He's going to move up. Whoa. Holy cow.
Close call from the 43. My God, gets into the wall as Thomas Wagner is leaving nothing out in the pits. He is all on track. Wagner actually losing a couple of spots that allows Fisher to get up to 6th spot.
Yeah, Fisher definitely on the move right now, Chris. He started the race night in 9th, sitting in 6th position. He's got battles all over him. Here goes Kevin
3 wide again,
3 wide again.
Oh my! Eric lighted down to the inside. Giottersic on the middle. And Fisher thinks again about it. Drops down. My goodness, these guys are going at each other like it's the last lap. It's only lap 41 of 90, Rick.
And they're just switching spots, Chris. They're having a good time right now. All those guys right now, those 4 drivers, they are smiling and they are having fun right now. They are just playing with each other, doing a good job, and doing a. I don't know if I'd want to be there. I mean, that 3 wide stuff. I mean, Michigan's wide enough that you can run 3 wide, and these guys doing a fabulous job. But it does get hairy though, because everyone's trying to battle. I mean, you don't want to be too close to that wall because it'll suck you right into it, and you will lose momentum when you scrape on there, as we've seen Thomas Wagner. But right now, Wagner's right on the back bumper of the number 60 machine. These guys are just having fun out there.
Kevin Giottersic able to make it up to 6th spot. Jeff Fisher holding on to 7th, but he's got a challenge from Thomas Wagner in the 43. The 43 to the inside of Fisher. Does he have the momentum? Wagner looking good on the inside. Not quite able to get there. Has to be careful about going back up onto the front stretch. And he is. Gives Fisher enough room. And Haley, I will take that paper bag because I think it's me that's about to need it.
I was just going to say that, Chris. Hopefully she brought enough for everybody here. These guys doing a good job. Now, what it's going to come down to is where Eric Lyda falls. Eric Lyda out there, he's the man that can actually help. If he actually gets, you know, and gets on the back bumper of the 43, helps out Thomas Wagner, he might be able to get around Fisher. But if he just stays with Fisher, Thomas Wagner's going to be in trouble. We see Eric Lyda right now on the inside of the number 43 machine, battling it out. Jeffrey Fisher kind of sitting there in the middle. He's going to move up there. Thomas Wagner. Eric Lyda's going to be hung out just a little bit, but Eric Lyda not giving it up yet.
3 wide action again. The 33, the 43, and the 60. The 43 goes through the middle. Makes that pass clean. Jeffrey Fisher trying to figure out a way back around the 43. Fisher looks low, doesn't go there. Fisher thinking smart out there, gets behind the 43. Rick, we've got 6 laps before the end of stage number 2.
And just looking back up front, Wade Husted has no pressure right now, Chris. Just doing his thing out there, enjoying that nice clean air. Got Thomas Hardman out there in the 38 trying to do something. There's Lee Gronti. He's sitting there in 3rd. Gap to the lead right now from 2nd place is only about a half a second, Chris. So not too far where he has to worry too much. And I know if the 7 gets sucked up into that back bumper, definitely going to be able to help out and get back up there. Troy Leonard's still sitting there in 45. He's kind of running by himself right now. He's in 4th place. The number 6 machine, Giottersic, is sitting there in 5th position. He's got Miller right behind him. He's leading that next pack. Then we go back a little ways to Thomas Wagner, Eric Lyda, Jeffrey Fisher sitting in 9th. DJ Crampton, I know he came down pit road there just a few minutes ago, Chris. So he's out there in that 07 with fresh tires, doing what he has to do. He's 3 laps down right now, so he's got a little time to make up. But he's out there running his laps, getting used to how these guys race. It's first race here with the Relentless Racing Series.
Wade Husted looking to try and take stage number 2 here, Rick. He is running lap 46, make it 47 when he crosses the start-finish line. Only 3 laps to go before the caution is scheduled to come out once more. Wade Husted looking to try and make a little bit of a splash here in his number 32 and win the 2nd stage of this very young race still. 47 laps of 90 completed. 2-mile track here at Michigan. It's D-shaped, Rick, and you know that offers up a little bit of an opportunity. These guys are taking advantage with all the banking turns In the turns, you got 18 degrees. On the start-finish line, you got 12 degrees. On the backstretch, 5 degrees, Rick. You've got opportunities to hold on to that speed all the way through this racetrack. And I do want to thank everybody out there watching here on MaxSpeedTV, watching the Relentless Racing Series, the Xfinity cars. They are putting on a hell of a good show here tonight. Wade Houston looking to try and win stage number 2. He's got 2 laps to go before he takes over. Lee Granti gets around the 38 of Thomas Harmon for second spot. Lee Granti looking to try and make it up. If he can do it, Rick, that's going to be awesome, number 1, but he'd also be the winner of stage number 1 and 2.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, he's got a little bit of work to do, Chris. Right now, the gap to the lead, 1.216 seconds right now, and getting a little bit bigger, 1.249, 1.2. So Lee's definitely trying to do everything he can. He's got 1 lap left to not even a lap left to do it. But he's going to be right in the spot where he wants to be, Chris. A couple guys have come down pit road already. I know Jeffrey Fisher, he just came out. He's back out there.
Yeah, Fisher 1 lap down, took a pit stop a little bit early. Will be able to stay out during the next caution. And that is some of that strategy he was talking about with you, Rick, during the interview. But the 32 of Wade Houston looking to be stage number 2 winner, and he is.
You said not out there in team speak, Chris, so we're not able to talk to him. But Wade, when you watch this over, congratulations on winning stage number 2. Lee Granti is going to be coming in second there. Thomas Harmon in third. Troy Leonard 4th. James Miller 5th. Eric Latta 6th. Thomas Wagner 7th. Kevin Jadrosich in 8th. Jeffrey Fisher 9th. TJ Crampton in 10th.
Jeffrey Fisher 1 lap down. Will make that back up because he just came down pit road. So Fisher able to get back on the lead lap because of this caution. Will take the lucky dog and come back to the lead lap. TJ Crampton will be stuck 2 laps down. 3 laps down. So
now it's been interesting.
Yeah, he has a little bit of work to do here, Rick, and I think I know where you're going to go, so we'll let you go there.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, the laps led, he said he just took over the lead for most laps led so far, winning that stage number 2, Chris. He's got 20 laps led. Granti got 14, Harmon 9, Wagner 4, Fisher and Latta each have 1. And I think it's a good time to go side-by-side commercial, Chris. We'll take a little bit of a breather here. We'll stay on all the action.
Assist to the front bumper. Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though.
Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Venner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
And we are back we got Jeffrey Fisher out in the pits right now, coming down again, Chris. And I don't blame him. I mean, hey, listen, everybody else got their fresh tires out there. They got a full tank of fuel. So Fisher out there back along with TJ Crampton into the pits. Looks like Fisher's service is done. Heading back out onto the racing league. The number 6 car. Not sure exactly what happened to Kevin. I'm trying to find out. Yeah, it looks like he is disconnected. Chris put that number 6 behind pit wall, taking it to the garage, loading it up in the hauler, getting ready for the 2 weeks off there and to come back. Now, we haven't really talked much about what's going on. So we're going to be off for 2 weeks. We're going to be coming back after tonight on May 3rd to Texas, dude. One of my favorite tracks. I love Texas. One of the reasons why I love it so much, number one, it's a good track. Number two, that's where I saw Dale Earnhardt Jr. get his first win in his inaugural Winston Cup Series. So Texas always held a big place in my heart. Then we head over to Kentucky, and then we're heading to the Roval in Charlotte, Chris. And then that's when the chase is going to start. We also, the chase is going to be starting in Chicagoland. We got Auto Club, which you know I love Auto Club. I got my first official win there in the trucks. We're heading to Iowa, another track that both of us actually love. New Hampshire, Bristol. We're going to be taking these cars to Sonoma. That's going to be fun. That's going to be in June, on June 28th. And then we're going to be out for a week, and then we're going to be finishing off the series in Kansas, ISM, and then Homestead, Miami. And that's going to be July 26th, so still a long way to go.
Yeah, we've got a long way to go here on Friday nights. Big news coming, hopefully, in the next week or so. Lee Granti going to be up front in the number 7 car. The 32, Wade Houston, going to be starting on his outside. Wade Houston is on the outside. Yes, that's right. James Miller going to be starting his 25 back on the inside, second row. Eric Lida looks like, oh, well, I don't know. These guys are kind of playing games with the scoring because they're not doubling up. So we're just going to say Lee Granti and Wade Houston up front on the front row, getting ready to go. Looks like Lida going to be starting inside of the third row.
And a couple guys had really good.
Troy Leonard is sitting out there on the outside just kind of laughing at us.
Well, you know, Troy Leonard, he's one of those racers. He's kind of like Kevin G, man. He's out there, and he's usually pretty quiet there during the start of the race, Chris, and then he, you know, as it goes along, he just pours it on, man. So I'm very happy to see Troy out there sitting in 4th position right now, getting ready to start this thing. And the green flag waves, and there goes Lee Granti. Man, just pouring it on.
Yeah, the 7 car pulling out, way out. And he is gone. Wade Houston going to be second. Look out for 3rd place, James Miller. Miller has made it all the way up to 2nd spot, and I have got to fix something real quick. There we go. That's gone. And we're under caution, Rick. It looks like Thomas Wagner in the 43 having some issues. We're going to have to go back to the MaxSpeedTV instant replay and figure out exactly what happened. But yes, the 43 was on the outside, dive down to the inside of the 33, back out to the outside. Back to the inside, the 33 and the 43 get together. And wow, the 43 takes a ride out to the outside retaining wall. And that is what brought out the caution. And the 43, heavy damage. As we get back to the race leader, Lee Granti catches the pace car, Rick. And we are under caution one more time. Lee Granti, your race leader, as we are under caution. We'll be right back.
And welcome back, race fans. Lots of things going on during that little commercial break there. James Miller in the number 25 is going to be starting in the number 1 position. Lee Granti going to be starting second. Wade Houston falls back to third. Troy Leonard still sitting there in fourth. Thomas Harmon falls down to fifth. Thomas Wagner is going to be in sixth. Jeffrey Fisher, for all the fans out there, he's going to be restarting in seventh. Eric Lyda in eighth. TJ Crampton having a little bit of issue there in the 07, Chris, we saw there. He actually, so iRacing, for those people that are maybe not on the service out there in MaxSpeedTV land, they changed the way that the clutches work now. And at first we thought he might have been out of fuel, but he was getting a little bit of a push and help, and the car did restart. So TJ Crampton found the hard way of what actually happens if you slip the clutch a little bit, and it actually stalled the car, so he had to work hard to, and probably sitting there, and I know it's happened to me, I've accidentally hit my the starter button on my keyboard there when I was in VR back in the day when I first got it, and I was like, what's happening? My car's, you know, my truck was dead, and I finally got it to start back up. So a lot of changes out there on the track tonight. TJ Crampton figuring out the new build. You got James Miller moving up, and that's huge, Chris. I mean, James Miller, he's one of those drivers that's just kind of chill throughout the race. He came in here, he qualified in 10th position, and now he's leading the pack, and the lights are off on the pace car. So next time by, that pace car is going to be taking that hard left-hand turn, and James Miller is going to be the man. He's going to be taking the outside, it looks like, which is kind of interesting. He's got Lee Granti right there on his inside. So that's going to be real interesting on how this is going to all work out here. Because we know that James Miller, I mean, he's the points leader for a reason coming into tonight's race, Chris. I mean, he's a very hard, talented driver, so he knows what he's doing out there. Me, I don't know. I think I would have stayed on the inside lane, but these guys have a choice here at Relentless, which is fabulous. They bring the stage racing, which is fabulous. These cars, these paints are fabulous. I love all these paints out there. But that's where we're going to be starting. James Miller is going to have the lead. He's going to have fun with it, I think.
Lee Granti going to be starting to the inside, Rick, and like you said, Miller has control of the field. The pace car is off, and he is holding him up. And then he goes. James Miller with a hell of a good jump. Lee Granti trying to keep up pace. The 45, Troy Leonard stuck to the outside. Wade Houston to the inside in the 32. The 45 and the 32 getting it on for third place. Wade Houston looking to try and take it over from the 45. Troy Leonard may not be able to hold on the outside. So far, so good, but it's a drag race down the backstretch heading into turns number 3 and 4. 43 into the wall again. The 32 tries to take control. Wade Houston has control of third spot. Rick going into turn 4, coming down the backstretch now, or excuse me, the front stretch. Across the start-finish line, Wade Houston had third spot. Troy Leonard is fighting hard on the outside. May not be able to do it. Going into turns 1 and 2, 45 stays down just a little bit and gives up position. He is running in 4th. Thomas Wagner running 5th. Eric Lyda 6th. Thomas Harmon in the number 38. Going to be running in 7th. Jeffrey Fisher running in 8th. TJ Crampton brings up the rear. Running in 9th spot on the lead lap, though. So Crampton doing a hell of a good job bringing that 07 back to the lead lap. The 25, James Miller up front. He is doing a heck of a good job, but he has got Lee Granti looking to the outside. Lee Granti out there trying to hold on to momentum. See if he can't figure out a way around the 25, James Miller, the 32 car of Wade Houston. May also be trying to get in there. The 7 dives down to the inside of the 25. The battle now for the lead. The 7 has a 25 trying to defend. The 32 looking to see where he wants to go. He goes to the outside with Miller. The 32 stays to the outside with James Miller, and that allows Miller by inches to cross the start-finish line to lead the last lap. Lee Granti to the inside, trying to hold on. The 7 car looking to try and lead the next lap by the 32. Goes down low, pushing the 7, now back up top, pushing the 25. The 25 has the advantage.
Yeah, and one thing that the big help there, so Lee Granti really did the slingshot engage move there on the 25 of Miller. He was right there, and then 32, Wade Houston, he comes in, he goes, hey, listen, I can do that too. These guys were glued to each other. And that's where all the extra speed and everything was coming. I mean, that draft is just huge. Troy Leonard, he's out there just trying to figure out, he's like, man, do I want to get into this or do I want these guys to be battling it out? Because, I mean, they are just glued to each other, Chris. You got the 7 right now, right on the back bumper of that number 25 machine. And here comes Wade Houston. He dives down into the inside. And it's going to be a little tough. He doesn't have a lot of help. He's going to have to use the side draft, what you see. He gets really close to the 7 there, gets by the 7. Now he's putting on a lot of pressure onto Miller on that inside. And right now they're even, Chris.
Wade Houston trying to take control of this race. Has him by a couple of inches. Wade Houston leads that lap in the 32 on the outside. James Miller takes back control. No, Houston with the 32 does take control now of the lead. The 7 to the inside of James Miller, not able to hold it. The 7 falls back in line in 3rd spot. James Miller back to 2nd. Wade Houston taking over the lead.
And the more these guys start racing against each other, that's allowing Troy Leonard in the 45 to catch up a little bit, Chris. Right now, the car in front of him is only 0.6 or 0.6 of a second, so not much there. I think he's just kind of holding back a little bit, just trying to figure out in case something happens, he's going to be in the right place at the right time. I just see Miller go down, way down.
Yeah, he went way down. Lee Gronti able to take advantage, takes over 2nd spot, Rick. Lee Gronti looking to try and get back to the race leader, Wade Houston, in his number 32. Lee looking good out there tonight. James Miller running in 3rd, as you said. Troy Leonard running in 45. He's running 4th spot. Thomas Wagner in the 43, running in 5th. Jeffrey Fisher having a great night, running 6th spot. Eric Lyda behind him in the 33, running in 7th. Then it's Thomas Harmon and TJ Crampton. TJ Crampton looks like he may be a little off pace as he goes down a lap to the race leader. He's down underneath the yellow line, Rick. But Wade Houston is the man right now. The 32 car with a almost half a second lead over 2nd spot. Lee Gronti. Lee has got to figure out how to catch Wade Houston in the 32 because he is starting to pull away. 0.5 of a second lead right now. James Miller running in 3rd, maybe getting a challenger. Troy Leonard is starting to catch the back bumper of James Miller with the draft. Troy Leonard may be able to get around Miller, but he's got to catch that back bumper just a little bit more, Rick. We're going to watch that one as that is developing right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. And that's exactly what Troy Leonard needs to do. He needs to get up on the back bumper of that number 25 and help push James Miller. Don't race him too much. You know, just really get up on that back bumper. That's something that you taught me, buddy. You know, and that's how these guys are going to get caught up in Troy Leonard right now, getting up towards that, doing what he has to do. But they're running different lines, I noticed. I noticed that Miller kind of likes that midline, and Troy Leonard really likes to get down towards the apron there, especially coming out of the corners. So again, I mean, we talked to Fisher, and, you know, he was talking earlier about how the track just, you know, it's a little cool. I mean, the track temperature actually fallen 1 degree. It's at 85 degrees. That air temperature is still sitting at 83. Humidity is only at 1. The wind's coming out of the north. They're overcast skies, so there's not a lot of sun out there on the track. It's not getting slick. And some drivers just like it that way. I mean, I know, you know, myself personally, I like to have a loose race car instead of a tight race car. You can do a little bit more with it. I mean, it is kind of the danger zone where you can get those things to spin around, but right now that track underneath that cloud cover staying nice and cool. But one person that's not affecting, that's the 32, Chris. Lee Gronti, he's back there just a little bit. But Wade doing a good job. Can't see his numbers there. He's got the white bar, Chris, but going back to Lee Gronti in 2nd place right now, it's only about 0.2 of a second. It's going up and down as they go, depending on what part of the track that they're actually on. Doing a fabulous job out there. Not getting much pressure, actually. The gap's just kind of sitting there at about almost, well, it's back and forth, like I said, 0.2 of a second. James Miller kind of there by himself. Troy Leonard fell back just a little bit. He's about 0.3 of a second behind Miller. TJ Crampton, the 07, going back down pit road there. He's got 5 laps on his tires. Everybody else has 15. So, Thomas Wagner into the wall there a little bit. I'll go down the running order real quick. So, we got Wade Houston sitting in first, Lee Gronti in second, James D. Miller in the 25 third. Troy Leonard's hanging on to 4th place. He started tonight in 6th, so he's gained 2 positions. Eric Lida in the 33 machine sitting in 5th. Thomas Harmon in the 38 6th. Thomas Wagner in 7th. Jeffrey Fisher, for all those Fish Nation folks out there in MaxSpeedTV land, he is sitting in 8th. TJ Crampton rounding out the field, 2 laps down right now. Like I said, he just came down. Actually, Fisher coming down pit road right now. We got 19 laps to go. I'm going to be watching. I know that you guys out there in MaxSpeedTV land are kind of on the leaders right now, so I'm going to let you know. Jeffrey Fisher down there in pit road, getting his service. 19 laps left to go. I see the right side's going up, so he's getting at least right side tires. Getting that Sunoco Racing fuel. It looks like the left side's going up. Yep, race leader now coming down pit road also, along with Lee Gronti. So that's going to leave Miller back out there taking position number 1. Troy Leonard moves up to 2nd position and getting really close to Miller.
Yeah, Rick, James Miller is up front with Troy Leonard kind of close behind there as race leader came down pit road along with 2nd spot. Lee Gronti, those 2 cars getting service right now along with Thomas Harmon in the 38.
And again, I want to take a quick second out there to thank everybody in MaxSpeedTV land. If you haven't yet, give us that thumbs up. Give us that thumbs down. If you don't think we're doing a good job, let us know in the comments of what we can do to make the broadcast a little bit better. Chris and I like all that info. If you haven't yet, hit that big red subscribe button. We're at 6.6 thousand followers right now. And if you want to know whenever MaxSpeedTV goes live, hit that little notification bell, and you'll get an email to let you know when MaxSpeedTV goes live, which is pretty much every night. A couple nights I know we have around 5 races going on at the same time, so all those guys appreciate anything. And if you guys like Michigan, definitely check out Sunday night, as Chris and I are going to be up here in the MaxSpeedTV Hammond Hotel. I don't have to pack it up this week, man, because the championship race has been announced for Blazing Pedals TRJ Karting Truck Series. We're going to be right back here in Michigan, buddy, so we got a double header this weekend, which is fabulous.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We get to just keep that hotel room just a little bit longer here in Michigan, as James Miller out front by a long shot, 4.6 seconds over Eric Lida. Is James Miller, who's running up front. James Miller has not come down pit road for a little while. Lida and Wagner still hanging out there on their old tires and fuel. Wade Houston, first car on track, sitting in 4th spot, who has not come, who has come down pit road 2 laps ago. And it looks like the 45, Troy Leonard looking to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. He's going to go around the race leader of James Miller, and he's going to do it pretty easily, Rick. Those new tires definitely making a difference here in Michigan.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Troy Leonard, he's only got 1 lap so far on that tires. All the top 3 right now, Miller, Lida, and Wagner, have 20 laps on there. So when we talked to Fisher earlier there in the broadcast, Chris, you know, we found out that the track's a little tight. The tires go away really, really fast. So some people might be liking those old tires. I mean, the biggest thing is fuel. We got to worry about. We got 15 laps left to go until he crosses the start-finish line. Then we're going to be 14. The thing is Mr. Miller going to have enough fuel to go the distance?
I don't believe it for 1 second. Rick has been out there for 21 laps. We were told that the fuel run is about 21 laps. So I'd expect Miller to come down pit road here very, very soon. And Thomas Wagner also, as he has also been out there for the same amount of laps, 21 laps since the last time Wagner's been on pit road. That's Second place, Thomas Wagner in the 43. James Miller still up front in the 25. Looking to see if maybe there's a caution coming out. No. So Miller has to go around this 2-mile circuit one more time. Will this lap be the lap that James Miller comes down? We're going to wait and find out together as we've got 13 laps to go. James Miller up front. And a big shout out to Wade Houston. Wade Houston has actually led the most laps here tonight in his number 32. Wade is currently running in third. But again, Wagner and Miller have not come down pit road yet.
And Miller's watching all these guys with the fresh tires just go around him, Chris. There is no doubt that he's sitting there going, wow, these guys are fast. He's going to be coming down pit road this time by.
Yep, Miller coming down pit road. He hits it. And now it's a matter of seeing what Thomas Wagner is going to do as Wagner is entering turns 3 and 4. He comes down pit road as well. And that should, well, we're going to see. Boy, that's going to be close. The 32 going down the backstretch. Wade Houston may be picking up the lead here as James Miller coming down pit road with 12 laps to go. The 32 has already taken his pit stop. The 32 goes across the start-finish line. Rick, the 32 is going to end up being the leader of this race. Miller cuts his stop short, and he is back out on track, but too little too late, I'm afraid, as Wade Houston in the 32 reassumes the lead. And I say that because Houston has led 30 laps here tonight. Houston in the 32 on fire.
Yeah, he definitely is, Chris, and the flames are right there in the front of his car, doing a fabulous job, having a good race out here tonight. Lee Granty doing a good job. He's sitting in second place right now. Troy Leonard moved up to third. James D. Miller, he came out of pit road. He's sitting in fourth place, Chris. A little ways back, you got Thomas Harmon in the 38. He's racing there with Miller, doing what they have to do. Jeffrey Fisher sitting in sixth position right now. Eric Leidefeld down to seventh. Thomas Wagner eighth. TJ Crampton still bringing out the back end of the field there in the 07 machine in ninth.
Yeah, but Wade Houston in the 32, he is walking away a little bit. Lee Granty trying to catch him. Almost 0.4 of a second gap between Houston and Granty. But Leonard back there, but just a little bit, looking to try and get a very solid top 3 finish out of that number 45 machine. Miller, who came down pit road very late, sitting in 4th spot, does have fresh tires. Will it be enough to try and get back into the top 3? Right now, Wade Houston trying to run away with this one in that number 32, but Lee Granty starting to catch him up a little bit. There's a gap now, 0.3 of a second. Thank you once again to everybody who is out there in the MaxSpeedTV land watching this race. Thank you for enjoying this race on a Friday night along with Rick and myself. Couldn't ask for a better audience, couldn't ask for a better race here on a Friday night.
No, definitely. It's just huge that you guys come out here every Friday night and give the support. And it's not only for Chris and I. You know, I mean, we would be doing this. This is our hobby. We love it. But let me tell you, these guys here at Relentless Racing Series, they love hearing about the chat. We got 20 people watching right now. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Like I said, if you haven't yet, give us that thumbs up. Let us know how the broadcast is going. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that notification bell. But right now, Wade Houston just pouring it on, Chris, doing a heck of a job there. Lee Granty not able to really take up much time there. The gap right now, 0.283 as they cross the start-finish line there. Thomas Wagner, we talked about him. So Wade Houston right now going into turns 1. James Miller, as I wait for my camera to pan, he's barely hitting turn 1 right now. So quite the gap right now, about a 7-second gap to the leader.
I've got a challenge for anybody who is watching right now who hasn't done it. That thumbs up button, it's got to be looking you right in the eye. Hit that button, hit that notification bell. Let us know we're doing a good job. If not, hit that thumbs down. Let us know why. And we will try and make it better. Right now, Wade Houston over Lee Granty. 0.2 of a second, Rick. Lee Granty looking to try and catch him up. And we found out tonight, Lee Granty from Singapore. Wow.
Yeah, that's just amazing. So 9:30 when we talked to him earlier there in the morning, so he's already enjoying his weekend. It's Saturday. And listen, I want to thank the 3 people that just hit that thumbs up button. We did see it. It went from 9 to 12 in a matter of seconds of Chris asking.
Lee Granti looking for the lead, Rick. To the inside of the 32, Lee Granti does it. The 7 car takes over the lead, and Wade Houston battling back to the inside. The 32 looking to the inside of Granti, looking to try and maintain the lead across the start-finish line. Does it. The 32 is battling hard, trying to win this one. Lee Granti looking to battle on the outside. Wade Houston to the inside. And his number 32 was able to hold on to the lead by about a bumper. Unbelievable. These guys are getting it on with 6 laps to go.
Yeah, 6 laps to go, man. I don't know what happened, man. It must have been that Singapore racing fuel that he put in there, hit the NOS button there. He is right there right now. So definitely Lee Granti not giving up on trying to win this race here tonight. As you said, Chris, we have 6 laps that are coming around to the start-finish line. It's going to be 5 to go here. Marquis Smith, hey, buddy, we missed you out there. Good on you for checking in. We appreciate that, brother.
The challenge is on. If you're out there watching, that thumbs up button's got to be staring you in the face, guys. Let Relentless Racing Series know that you appreciate everything they are doing here tonight. And what a freaking battle we've got going on for the lead. Wade Houston has it. Lee Granti looking to try and get it away from him in that 7 car. Oh my goodness, the 45 of Troy Leonard. He is sitting back waiting just to see if something will happen to those top 2 cars. James Miller, your points leader, coming in tonight. He is in 4th spot. He's led a bunch of laps here tonight. Would love to try and figure out a way back in the top 3. It's up to him. But right now it is Wade Houston in the 32 with the 7 car of Lee Granti. Right behind him, Troy Leonard running in 3rd. 4 laps to go, Rick, and the action, it's pumping it up.
Yeah, it definitely is, Chris. I mean, these guys pouring it on. We got 4 laps left to go. Marquis Smith, hey, listen, real life always comes first, brother. You know, there's always next season, man. We appreciate you stopping in here, though, tonight here at MaxSpeedTV, giving these guys some love. Love to say thank you to everybody. The thumbs up have moved up to 14 now, and we appreciate each and every one of those thumbs up. And let me tell you, these guys for Relentless Racing, they love watching this broadcast and seeing all the action that we put on and then what they put on, and they love seeing that love. So thank you very much for hitting that thumbs up. You guys are fabulous right now. Here comes the number 7, Chris, right on the back bumper of the 32. We got 3 laps left to go. Lee Granti not done yet.
Lee Granti and the number 7 car with 3 laps to go was on the back bumper of the 32 of Wade Houston. The battle is on for first place. These guys separated by mere 1/10 of a second. Lee Granti looking to try and figure out a way to get around Wade Houston. Lee Granti running from Singapore. Wade Houston not from Singapore. My goodness, these guys opposite ends of the world, and they are battling on here on iRacing. What a place to be. Rick, it brings the world closer together. Sim racing, they're bumper to bumper now. Lee Granti on the back bumper of the 32, not able to hold it going into the corner. The 7 maybe looking to try and get around.
The 07, he's down there. I don't know if he's lost his clutch again, Chris, or if he's running low on fuel, but he's very slow down there on the apron. So the caution's not going to come out. These guys are going to be able to finish under green. We have 1 to go, brother.
Last lap for Wade Houston. Can he finish this one off? Less than 2 miles to go for the 32. Lee Granti has been all over the back bumper of Wade Houston. Wade Houston would love to try and get a race win here on a Friday night. And Lee Granti would love to try and take it away from him. The 7 car goes a separate line away from the 32. Off from turn number 4 down the front stretch now. And it looks like Wade Houston's going to take the win away here at Michigan.
Yeah, the checkered flags flew. Wow, congratulations to Wade Houston coming out here tonight, winning Michigan, dominating. He's led 42 laps so far. Granti's led 19, Miller 14, Harmon 9, Wagner 4, Fisher and Lyda each get their bonus points for leading at least 1 lap here tonight. What an outstanding race here from Michigan, Chris.
Unbelievable, guys. We've got 20 people watching. We've got 14 likes. I want to see those like buttons go up for Wade Houston, who just won this 2-mile track, Michigan. Unbelievable out there tonight, Rick. Lee Grondy coming second, and look at third place, Troy Leonard. Super finish for Troy Leonard.
Very happy for Troy coming in here week in, week out. He's a digger. He doesn't give up. So really quick, we'll go down through the unofficial results. Wade Houston, obviously your race winner. Lee Grondy coming in second. Troy Leonard in the 45, third. James D. Miller finished in fourth. Thomas Harmon in the 38 coming in fifth. Eric Lyda sixth. Thomas Wagner in the 43 seventh. Jeffrey Fisher in the 68th. And TJ Crampton rounding out the field of the cars that were out here in ninth. Kevin Giadersich in the 6th was going to be finishing 10th. And Jared Daniels 75 laps down. He got out early there in the 23, so that's going to be in 11th position. What an outstanding race though, Chris.
Unbelievable finish, and that number 32 looking awesome out there tonight as he won the race in unbelievable fashion. The 7 car right on his back bumper of Lee Grondy. Troy Leonard coming in third. And guys, we're going to be right back. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, and you're one of the 4 people that are watching and haven't done it yet, please hit that thumbs up button. Let everybody know that you appreciate a hell of a good race. Wade Houston coming home in first place. We'll be right back for post-race interviews.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Ray Alfala into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press.
Saved it.
What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
I trying, there's contact though.
Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Leonard drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Makashube, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
So unfortunately, Troy Leonard not able to join us here on TeamSpeak and not able to participate in the post-race interviews because of that. But Troy Leonard in the 45, a fantastic race, bringing it home in third place. In second tonight is going to end up being Lee Grondy. We've talked to him earlier on in the race, and we're going to bring him back up now to talk to us post-race because he had a hell of a finish. Second place here tonight. Lee Grondy in the number 7 car. Lee, congratulations, number 1 on the second place finish. It's got to feel good in that number 7 car. Well, after 180 miles, I mean, second place, yes, it's the first loser, and we all understand that. But the 7 car, after last week, you had a little bit of a fiasco going on the road course. You got to feel pretty good about coming home second place tonight to first place Wade Houston. That 7 car looked very good. You won the first heat race tonight. You came home second overall. It's not winning the race, but second place is pretty darn close. Well, mistakes can be fixed, my friend, and we have next week to try and figure that out. Anybody on that number 7 car that you needed to thank? Well, all right, bud. And listen, from Singapore, Lee Granti. Am I saying that right, Lee? Granda Lee. Okay, very good. So, Granda Lee, and I will get that correct going forward. This was the first time we had an opportunity to talk. Congratulations on second place, man. That is a hell of a good finish here tonight, and really enjoy watching that number 7 out on track. All right, that's Lee Granterie. He is out there running in second spot tonight, and our race winner is going to be Wade Houston. I'm going to bring him up now. Wade Houston in the 32, the race winner tonight. Wade, congratulations, number 1, on finishing in first place. That 32 car looking awesome out there tonight. Great paint scheme and a great race for you, really. And it's got to feel good. Why don't you tell me about that race? Well, the 32 looked really strong out there tonight, and I want to say thank you, number 1, to let the race viewers know that there are some adjustments that happen throughout this race. You were talking about brake bias, and certainly that does make a difference. It helps you to make those corners. And that 32 Ford Mustang, I got to say that again, 32 Ford Mustang coming home first place tonight, but that has got to feel good. That's great, but looking forward to seeing you out there again next time by. Is there anybody on that 32 that you need to thank? That's very awesome to hear, and congratulations once again on the race win, Wade Houston, and your number 32. Looking good out there here in Michigan, and what a race, guys. Unbelievable what we saw here out in Michigan. The 32 bringing it home first, Lee Granti second, Troy Leonard coming home third, points leader coming in tonight. James Miller coming home fourth spot, so a little bit of a shift here in points. Going to bring up a couple of guys, and that just about does it. Make sure to tune in. Rick and I will be going live this Sunday night, getting ready to go for the championship race at Blazing Pedals, Rick.
To Wade Houston, to Lee Granti coming in second, and Troy Leonard, man. Listen, I'm sorry that you weren't on TeamSpeak, bro, because I would have really loved to talk to you, man. You know, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. You did a fabulous job tonight. I think you should keep that orange paint, bro. It's a lucky paint.
Wade Houston leading 42 laps tonight, comes home your race winner, and that's going to wrap it up here on a Friday night, guys. Thank you very much for coming out to for Relentless Racing Series, the Xfinity cars. We look forward to bringing you the rest of the season all the way into July, Rick. This is going to be a long, long season. And guys, you have yourselves a great night. We'll see you again here on MaxSpeedTV Sunday night.